Good afternoon. Welcome to Options Brew TV. I am your host, Lex, and today we have Orion Trading with Paresh, and we have Navigation Trading with Steve. Let me bring these two gents out. Hi, guys. How are you? Welcome, welcome.
Hi, Lex. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Paresh, good to see you. So today we're going to talk about the Orion Trading System. I think this Paresh is either co-founder or founder, right? One of the two? Founder. Let's go.
Founder.
Let's go big time. Let's go founder.
Yeah.
And Steve is a real life example of using the system in his, I think, your education trading room, and we'll learn more about that later in the show. Is that accurate?
That is correct.
All right. Awesome. Paresh, I'm going to let you take it away first, if that's okay. Give us just a little background real quick about Orion and, the whole dream here real quick, and then we'll get into the demo, and we'll let Steve do a little intro as well.
Thanks, Lex. So Orion Trading Systems was founded in 2015, and our whole mission is to bring really good solutions for multi-asset trading for active traders. And Tradier is one of our first equity broker connections, and we are really excited about working with Tradier. Just love the service, love the commission-free trading options. I'm a big options trader myself. So a lot of the options trading functionality in Orion MultiTrader is just geared towards active traders. Things are really designed for active traders. But like I said, it's a multi-asset trading platform. So we are excited about Tradier's launch of crypto. Can't wait to add that product to our mix here. And hopefully some other assets down the road, Lex. So we are ready for you guys as you roll out other assets.
Great. That's awesome. Terrific. And Steve, tell us a little bit about Navigation Trading and your connection here.
Yeah, so we started Navigation Trading in 2016. I've been trading stocks and futures and options since 1999. And really wanted to roll out a platform to teach people the strategies that I'd been trading and being successful with. So we've grown to a point now. We have 16 different strategy courses. We do trade alerts. So as soon as we place a trade, that goes out to our members in the form of a text message email. So they know exactly what we're doing: entries, exits, adjustments, any type of trade. We are probably 95% options, do a little bit of individual stock, do a little bit of futures, but primarily options traders, and doing a lot of spreads, using a lot of implied volatility and all that fun stuff. And so we're excited about the Orion/Tradier connection. Paresh mentioned the commission-free trading, but the technology is fast and easy to use, and some pretty cool features that are not available anywhere else.
Great. That's awesome. Well, yeah, were you guys pals from the past, or how did this relationship develop?
I went on a search. I was thinking about starting my own trading platform for our community because there was just certain things that weren't available on the retail. And I connected with Paresh actually through Tradier, and we hit it off and just started talking. And I asked him if they could do this, and the answer was always yes. And so I just kept asking, and he just kept saying yes and yes, and here we are.
Oh, that's awesome.
But let me say one more thing, Lex. I think when we built Orion, right? This is my second time around, so this was we were really cognizant of the fact that every trader out there, every single trader wants something custom to their style of investing or trading or day trading, whatever you want to call it. And people spend a lot of time on the screen. And I used to trade at Fidelity and different futures brokers, and I was just always pulling my hair, like, why can't I do this? Why can't I do this? And I realized that we have to build in full customization at different levels, right? And that's what our ability to customize the software is one of our biggest strengths. And I think Steve has been kind of very, he's a prime example of why people come to us for.
Sure.
So what you see here is a sample workspace. This is like our default workspace when you first launch Orion, our normal standard version of Orion. And what you see here are kind of the basic modules like the quotes page, like reports, balances, charts. And what you see up here is multiple workspaces. And Orion lets you have, 10, 12 workspaces. You can have, almost 40, 50 charts amongst all the different workspaces. So, and every workspace can be customized. You can drag and drop components that you want to see. So here is like a default workspace. Here's one that I like for trading options.
Mhm.
I can click on, and I'll talk about this in a second. I can, trade options. I have an equity sample workspace, reports. So I can create any customized workspace and save those workspaces,
Mhm.
create layouts with a collection of workspaces, save those layouts. I can send those layouts to a friend if they want to use my layout, things like that. So a
Nice.
lot of flexibility in terms of configuring your perfect trading screen. Okay.
Sure. Let me ask you a quick question. So I see at the top you've got main options, equity reports. I'm going to call those, for lack of a better term, containers. So those are places you can go.
Yep.
You're telling me you can add other ones of those? Are you confined to the
Yep.
4, or you can customize within the 4?
Yep. No, you can add as many as you want, up to, it depends on your computer memory and all that, right? So
Sure.
yeah. So let's say I want to add, like an Apple workspace, and just have everything to do with Apple here.
Got it.
I can do that. I can launch charts. I can launch
Yep.
right. I can do a whole bunch of things.
Yep.
Right.
And then when you do that, so it looks like they kind of fit nicely in as you do that, but I'm assuming you can move those around a little bit and resize them if you want to create a custom workspace. Hit the save button somewhere, and now you have your own little container along the way.
Yep, you can save a workspace, you can rename the workspace, you can do, a whole bunch of things.
Great.
Okay. So the next level is, within the workspace, let's say, here's your code page, and you see we have linking, we have dynamic linking, and we also have bidirectional linking, meaning I can link, so that I can set this up so that it's only outgoing links. So when I click on this, and you see how, here, let me link these two. So if I click on this, I can see I can see Apple, and down here you see this is a red link, and it's linked to these two charts here. These are my futures quotes. So I click on that, I can change those.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. So it's directional also, so that when it comes to options trading, I'll show you how that plays a role. Okay.
Got it.
And then the other thing about our application is, no matter where you are in the application, you can just right click and there'll be a bunch of options that you can, explore. So if you right click on the chart, you have, you can always generate an order ticket from anywhere. Okay. So trading is top of mind for Orion customers. So when, let's say, here, let me just go in and place a few trades here. I'll buy Apple here at market, just put an order in. Okay. So I'm now long 100 shares of Apple, and I can see that in my report, right? I can see in my report. So if I right click on this, I always have an option to do something with that position, close with an OCO, things like that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Good. Very cool. The workflow looks very easy here. This is good.
Yeah.
Very good.
So the other thing we have, which is kind of, we started in the futures world. So I'm just going to show you something that you don't really see in the equity world as much, is a price dome, a vertical price dome like this.
Yep.
And it's not suitable for trading stocks that move like crazy, but stocks like Apple and things that move pretty cheap.
Sure.
You can place orders, just You can just place orders like that, move these orders up and down, cancel them like that. See?
Now, how are you moving those? I didn't see how you did that.
I drag this up, boom.
Got it.
The other thing, Lex, is trading from the charts is a big deal in our application, because within the charts, I can just move the orders up and down. Okay.
Okay.
Now, if you have indicators, just to give you an idea of how far we think about it from a trader's perspective, if I'm using this Fibonacci as my indicator and I know this is a support, let's say this is a support point, if I right click on the indicator, you'll see a menu to buy. You don't have to fill in the price or anything, just tells you the price. We have a very comprehensive set of preferences where you can set your defaults for different assets, different, you can set your, if you want the sound every time there's a fill.
Right.
If you want something to show up in the message console is something that allows you to see messages as things are happening. Yeah. Another thing you can do is there is a whole alert system that allows you to place trades. So if you can say, oh, if Apple goes below 170, 120, I want to place an order to buy whatever 100 shares of Apple, or you could say any item, any symbol that's here. So it could be an option. You could trigger an order on another symbol as long as you're triggering off this one. Alert.
You could buy if Apple goes beneath a certain value, you could buy spiders, for instance.
Yes.
Or vice versa, might make more sense. But yeah, totally get it. Okay.
Or you could sell a covered call if Apple goes above 172. I want to sell a covered call. Boom, you can set it up.
Great.
Okay, so that gives you an idea of the basics of the platform. Let me just go into the equities a little bit. Equity options. So as you can see, I'm looking at Q options. This is my equity option module here. So let's say I click here, okay, and now I've just switched over to QQQ. Okay, if I click on spiders, I can switch to spiders and trade spider options. I can have my option. I can have my order book open, and I can just show my active orders. And this is my spider option order that's trading here, the 448. Let's say I'm watching that and I want to just quickly adjust it up by 5. I can control click on these buttons, see? And boom, I moved it and I got filled.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So we have, again, active trading. We just make it really easy for people to trade their positions, right? We've just minimized the friction.
Yeah, understood.
Yeah.
Great. And then what about you might be getting this, sorry if I'm jumping ahead, but what about a spread trade? Do you do a lot of that?
All right. Yep, you can do that. So let's say I want to do a spread trade. Okay. I want to do I want to do a vertical call spread. All right. Click. So I can clear that out. Click, and see how I clicked on the ask to enter a buy to open and click on a bid to create a sell to open. Yeah, so you want to do a butterfly, right? You just click, double click, boom, and I have a butterfly.
And you can change those ratios in the box. I see the arrows, so you can make.
Yep, you can change the ratios.
3x2. Got it. Yep.
So.
Good deal. Okay, and then you can preview that and then send it. I'm just looking at the screen. I think I see it all. Perfect.
Yeah, you can preview and then you can send it.
Awesome.
And you can change the price here, And hey, mind you, I want to give credit where credit is due. A lot of this functionality, Steve and his team have helped us really hone the platform.
That's great.
Yeah, some fantastic ideas coming from Steve's team, and so lots of really cool features that help traders.
Nice.
All right. The one last thing I'm going to share up with is if you look at we've introduced some new features. I'm going to show you. These are new features that we've just recently come up with.
Okay.
So I can create customized exit orders. So let's say I want to create an OCO exit with a 10% profit and a, let's say, 5% risk on a position.
Mm-hmm.
So I can say OCO 10/5 risk. Okay. And I save that. All right. So that's an OCO exit order. Or if I want to create a multi-leg exit order, so let's say I want to, create an order which is going to take a profit, say 10%, 15%,
Mm-hmm.
and say 20%,
Yep.
right? So I can save that as a 3-leg exit.
Mm-hmm.
Save it, okay? So I've just created a strategy
Mm-hmm.
to exit my order. So in the case of, let's say I go to this Apple order,
Mm-hmm.
I can right click here, okay?
Yep.
And say multi-leg exit. Anyway, so that's just another feature that we've introduced. So that lets you kind of create multi-leg.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where does that when you make that multi-leg order, right? Where does that sit? Does it sit on one of your back-end servers or on your front end? Because I don't think Tradier offers that functionality at the market center, right? So
No, it's going to create individual legs. I mean, individual orders.
Got it.
And they will sit. I mean, you'll be able to see them in Tradier in the portal. Yep.
Got it. So if you have a bracket order that you showed me, that multi-leg that has, you have a 10 lot. I'm just making this up, okay? You have a 10 lot and you want to go 3, 3, 4 in terms of quantity, right? At 3 different prices.
Yes.
So your system, when you set the parameters for where those are spaced, whatever the parameters are, you're telling me you send out 3 different orders of 3, 3, 4 as limits in this example.
Yes.
Okay, that's really awesome. I love that. And those can be GTC, right? So all that kind of works. What happens, and can you place a stop order on top of that as well?
Yeah, you can. So the OCO allows you to do an OCO stop and profit order.
Mm-hmm.
The multi-leg lets you put limit orders and stop order, any combination.
Okay.
But those are not OCO pairs. It's just you can choose limit, and one stop. So you can have one that's just a stop.
Got it.
order.
So and they have to match up, right? You can't have, if you have 3, 3, 4 or 10, the stop has to be 10, I think, right? Is that correct?
Yes, you have to match up.
You have to match up. Okay, good. That's awesome. Love it.
Yeah.
So that's the backbones of the system. It looks fantastic, Paresh. Great job. Orion Trading. And Steve, you've taken this to the navigation team and navigation trading, and you're using his product to affect your strategies, let's say, at navigation. Is that accurate?
That's correct.
All right. So are we going to see something here, or do you want to talk about it a little bit first?
Yeah, no, we can bring up my screen. And so what I want to show you is just some kind of real life application as far as how my team is using it. So every morning when the market opens, so for the first 90 minutes of the market open, we stream live to our community and we do intraday day trading with options. And so essentially we are calling out trades, and this is exactly what we are displaying. So as you can see, I've got multiple tabs up here. I've just got stocks number 1, stocks number 2, stocks number 3, stocks number 4. So just so I can easily switch and have multiple stocks on one screen at a time.
Got it.
You know, when I first started this strategy, I started with a couple stocks, then I added a couple more. Then I added a couple more and a couple more. And next thing you know, it's fairly easy to track this many stocks. So it's a little overwhelming to somebody at first, but once you get used to it, it's not too bad. So the part of our days trading strategy is it's really just price action and volume based. We've got a couple other lines on here. I had Paresh's team program some different proprietary pivot levels, as well as some previous day, high, low, open, close. So just some general price levels just for reference. But it's primarily volume and price action related. So being able to scan through a bunch of charts pretty easily, just looking at the price action and the volume. That's what we're doing in the day trading, and then we're calling it out.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we're ready to place an order, I have a tab, a workspace that's just set up for my orders, which you can see here. I've got my quotes. So if I'm about to take an order in Apple,
Mm-hmm.
I can switch over to Apple. Now I've got Apple on my options chain right here.
Yep.
I've got Apple on my charts.
Yep.
And then I can just click the put or the call or the spread that I'm looking
Sure.
to trade, and that populates quickly. Now, a lot of times we're looking at let's say Apple, for example, and we don't want to get in till down here.
Mm-hmm.
So, a lot of times we'll be putting in a limit order, and then Paresh already pointed this out, but you've got this quick replace feature that I use all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's fantastic. So if I want to adjust it by 5 ticks or 2 ticks up or down,
Mm-hmm.
it's really easy just to click those, and then get in at a price that we're looking to get filled.
And there's no, on those control clicks, there's no confirmation dialog that slows you down there. Or I'm assuming you could probably turn it off.
That's
The
correct.
control click is a bypass of
Okay.
the order preview. If you just regular click, it'll go through the normal preview ticket and everything.
Understood.
So for example, if I was going to buy a call in Apple, populates right here,
Mm-hmm.
and then I can hit preview, or you've got this skip preview here, which I could
Sure.
select, and that would just place it right away.
Got it. Okay. Perfect.
And then the other thing is, and I use the other thing that Paresh mentioned was the multi-leg orders. So, if I'm getting in 10 calls in Apple, let's say,
Mm-hmm.
part of our strategy is scaling out. So with those multi-leg preset orders, I can say, and we like to get out at a percentage of profit. So once we hit 10% profit, it triggers that first level. Once it hits 20% profit, it triggers that next level. So we can automatically just hit that order, go in, and then we can go back to our charts and look for other potential trading opportunities.
Mm-hmm. Very cool.
And then the last thing I'll touch on is the custom indicators. So the other thing that I've asked Paresh's team to do is create some different indicators that we're able to use on our charts. And I don't have the platform, I don't have the workspace up right now, but it's just an example of what his team can do to customize. I mean, this is an indicator that was a little bit complex. It's got some custom Heikin-Ashi candles. It's got some different trend and dynamic and ATR aspects to it. And his team was able to create exactly what I needed,
Nice.
and able to put it on the platform so I can trade it all from one platform. And beautiful thing is, it connects right up to Tradier. You're paying 0 commission, which is
Nice.
Because I was, before Orion and Tradier, I was trading on a couple of the fairly popular discount brokers, which are potentially low cost,
Sure.
but I was still racking up anywhere between $4,000 and $10,000 a month in trading commissions.
What?
And now I'm paying 0.
That's a good vacation every month.
That's a good thing, right?
That's a heck of a savings. Wow. So yeah, you're the definition of active trader.
Right. Yeah. So if you see down here, good point. I didn't even mention this. Down here at the bottom, you can see on my Orion platform, it says Navigation Trading Edition.
Sure. Okay.
And so so when somebody joins Navigation Trading and they want to use this platform, they get access, and my exact setup goes to them out of the box. So there's nothing that they need to do. There's nothing that they need to set up. They just log in and it's there. Now, of course, they can customize and do anything else that they want if they don't like my exact settings and configuration. But we've set it up so that all my people are looking exactly what I look at when I trade. Yeah, one of the beautiful things about Orion is that there's so much customization available.
Mm-hmm.
One of the downsides is there's so much customization available, right? And so we've for our community, we wanted to have kind of a special package that it was easy, it wasn't complicated, it was already set up.
Sure.
And anything that I change, now I don't have to go through and do a big long tutorial video and explanation. I can just email them the new layout and say, load this up, boom, they've got it on their platform.
Love it. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Navigationtrading.com is our site. If you just go to navigationtrading.com/Orion, that's where you would sign up. So we have members of our community who have not gotten on board with Orion yet. I don't know what's wrong with them, but they haven't yet. But we have this, and this is where they would sign up, and then once they signed up, it triggers the connection so that when they open the platform, they have the navigation trading edition.
Got it. Nice. Okay.
Tradia customers can find us on your platforms page, or they can come to our page, and there's also a whole bunch of places they can get information about the platform. We run specials all the time, so if people come into the website, they can check www.oriontradingsystems.com.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Good. All right, guys. Great to see you. We'll stick around afterwards. Let me close her down. Okay.
Sounds good. Thanks for having us, Lex.
You guys. You bet.